In America, your skin color can still be a weapon used against you. You can be successful, educated, innocent, yet still become a hashtag overnight. That constant fear, that tension has made many black Americans ask themselves, what if I just left? And they are. From Atlanta to Accra, from Chicago to Kigali, from New York to Nairobi, from Virginia to Harare, a new migration is happening. It's not a dream, it's a decision. A decision to reclaim peace, dignity, and ownership in the land their ancestors were stolen from. It started in year 2019, a bold invitation to African diasporas to come home. Millions answered the call. Celebrities, our own celebrities like your Steve Harvey, Boris Kadjo, Idris Elba, walked in the soil of Ghana. Not as tourists, I almost said the other T word, but as sons returning home. The response was overwhelming. Almost close to $2 billion was injected into Ghana's economy. And the unshakable message to the world is Africa wants her children back. But did it end there? No, it didn't end there. Rwanda opened investment visas. Kenya launched digital nomad programs. South Africa and Namibia, as I was speaking now, they are reforming visa systems to attract African Americans and the Caribbean investors. The message is clear. Africa is not begging for aid anymore. She is welcoming back her people. Let's be honest. America is not the land of the free for everyone. Police brutality, racial profiling, economic inequality, they are not headlines anymore. They are daily experiences. You can work 12-hour shifts, pay rent, taxes, insurance, and still live paycheck to paycheck. The average rent in America, those who are staying in the USA can confirm, is $2,000 per month. Healthcare will bury you into debt. College costs can crash you before you even begin your career. And even when you make it, you're still fighting for respect that should have been given to you by your birthright. That's why many black Americans are saying, I'm not going to struggle. Let me struggle where my roots are planted, where my dollar stretches further, where my skin color is not a crime. Imagine when you are in Africa, we thank God for this technology that people are now able to work from remotely. You can work from anywhere and you can still earn your money in hard currency, in US dollars, in euros, or in pounds. So if you are in Africa now, you can work from anywhere. Suppose the 2,000 that you have been paying rent in the USA, the same 2,000 that cannot barely cover your rent, in Africa, it can fund an entire lifestyle. It can, if you are earning 2,000 a month and you stay in America, you can afford to have a house, you can afford a maid, a car, and even savings, only for the money that you were using to pay rent in America. That's the power of currency leverage that's happening there. In Africa, to own land is just an opportunity. You just have to come, pay for your land, and you can surely get land. But in the US, owning land is just a dream. Many people in the US talk less of African Americans. They don't own land. In Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Zambia, South Africa, you can buy land, build a home, build a farm, start an industry, start a job, and own it outright. No redlining, no credit score discrimination, just opportunity. In America, Having a live-in nanny or a housekeeper is a luxury. But in Africa, it's normal. You can actually have them and have the house helps in your house. You gain your time to build, time to create, and also time to rest. So let's talk about remote work. People who are working from remote. Thanks to these jobs now, we thank the companies that are allowing people to work from anywhere and still they get their salaries in the hard currency. You see, what is happening now when African Americans are coming back to Africa, this is not just relocation, it's reversal. For 400 years, Africans were taken from their land to build other men's world. Now their descendants are coming back. They are coming not in chains, but they are coming in planes, bringing knowledge, capital, skills to rebuild what was lost. From Ghana to Tanzania, from Namibia to Senegal, Black Americans are building schools, restaurants, digital startups, and even some are into farming, some are into tech. They are doing a lot of stuff. They are coming back home to invest, to impart skills. What they have learned, they are teaching their fellow Africans. They are hiring locals, training them, as I said, and reconnecting to their identity. This is not charity, it's circulation. Wealth is coming back home. This is not a fairy tale, let's be clear. Moving to Africa is not a paradise. There will be culture shocks, bureaucracy, there are power cuts in Africa, the paperwork delays, but you need patience. Africa as a continent moves at her own pace. But as those who have done it, they will tell you that the peace is priceless. They will tell you that hearing birds instead of police sirens is worth every delay. That being called a brother instead of suspect is worth every adjustment. Let's do the numbers. In America, let's say you pay the rentals of $2,000 every month. That's $24,000 in America per year. 24,000 in Africa, in most parts of African countries, 24,000 can actually get you a very 3-bedroom decent home, pay school fees, transport for your kids, and still remain with savings from your 24,000. If you sell your property equity in the USA for 300,000, that money can buy you a farmland in Africa, start a business, also have a house, and do a lot of things in so many African nations. Freedom is not free in America, but it is affordable in Africa. The movement is not just about escaping the West. It is about rebuilding Africa, reinvesting in Africa, bringing your resources, bringing the skills, bringing everything that we have learned in the Western world to come and reinvest it, rebuild mother continent. Every black doctor, engineer, artist, and creator who moves back to contribute to rewrite the narrative. They are moving back so that the narrative of Africa will be rewritten and we have Africa that everyone desires to live in it. Because Africa doesn't need saviors. She needs her sons and daughters who she's who she is always inviting, who see her as home. So wherever you are in the Caribbean, you are in the. I'm glad that Caribbean is part of Africa anyway. Wherever you are in the diaspora. Everywhere you are, Africa is calling your name. Come and rebuild the mother continent. For centuries now, so many centuries, The world told black people to forget Africa. Now Africa is reminding her children, you were never forgotten. The question is, are you still thinking that Africa is your home? The question is, should you move to Africa? And if you are moving, then what are you still waiting for? Because Africa is waiting for you. Just come and see what Africa is about. Visit Africa. Just come. It's quite safe, quite free. Visit Zimbabwe. You go to Moseo Tunya, which is known as Victoria Falls. You go to Balancing Rocks in Epworth. We have all those things that you can make. And there is farmland where you can farm and produce for the world. So, my people in the diaspora, my people in the Americas, this is the time. Africa is calling you. The year of the return is not yet done. Still keep on returning. Return and return. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for watching us as we are bringing this unto you. If you have watched this far and you are not subscribed, please subscribe, share, and comment. As always, my people, remember to take care of your loved ones. Signing off, the African president, or Sir Jeffo.